Hello, Amber.
Tim, I believe we are live.
We may be live this time, and one of these days we will figure out how to like hit the go live button and know we actually
We
are
did
live.
it. I know.
Because even now it says waiting. Oh, but see, and there it goes. There's like this 10-second delay that if Michael's here, he'd do some tweaking and we would have immediately been live. But yeah, I was sitting there like, I don't think we're live yet. But today we are going to be talking about ways we can average data. And it comes from a riddle. Who here actually did the riddle? Throw it in the chat if you actually did our riddle. Amber, did you do the riddle?
I did it.
You did the riddle, and
I was all up in it.
you were all up in it.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you learn?
A lot of
A lot of things, a lot of
things.
things.
I learned things.
You learned things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, and if I was really smart, I would have had this ready to go. But for you who did not see the riddle yet, this is the riddle that we posted. And yeah, I asked, what am I? And we had a GSV, an NEQ, a move, a less than, an add, and then a for instruction, which is really what we're going to be talking about. And then we were copying this love routine right here.
I
And
have a love routine.
you do.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you didn't get it, it was the 12 Days of Christmas is what it is. And so since Amber is our guest today, she will be singing the 12 Days of Christmas.
No.
Go for it, Amber.
No.
Oh, darn. I thought I had you. But yeah, so we are going to use it to do some averaging. We're not actually going to go through this one, but if we go and look mainly, whoops, if we go, so yeah, the GSV, it goes and gets the wall clock time. And in this case, we're getting the local time. And if we right click it and we monitor it, then that is putting the time, year, month, day, hour, minute, second, and microsecond into our date time. Oops. And then we have a not equal to. So what I'm doing here, all I'm doing is making a trigger for every day the day changes. Now I tweaked it a little bit because I didn't want y'all to wait 12 days during this video. So I made this the second. So date time 5, instead of it should be 2. But I made it 5 so it would be going. So if date time does not equal previous date time, then we're moving date time to previous date time. And what that is pretty much doing is making a one shot every time that, or mainly of this back part, every time that the day changes, or in our case, the second changes. I think earlier I said minute. This is the second. Obviously, you can see it going up every second. And then we have a less than. Because we only have 12 days of Christmas, then this right here needs to go from 0 to 11. Because, yeah, believe it or not, 0 is a number. I don't, the technician, I don't really get that still. The technicians are really, when they come to class, they still argue with that at the beginning of the week. They're like they'll count down the terminal rows, in the compact logics. 0, there'll be 1 through 8. I'm like, no, it's 0 through 7.
What did our kids learn in kindergarten?
It
First
still
of
makes every. My kids would come home, they'd be so excited. They're like, "Daddy, I learned how to count to 10 today, or 20, or whatever." And I'd sit there and watch them, and they'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, and they get to the end, they look for me to be praising them, and I just feel like, what about 0? I think I can't remember which one it was. One of them went and told the kindergarten teacher that. I'm like, no, don't go correcting the kindergarten teacher, but you need to know 0 exists.
And also, why are there only 12 days of Christmas?
I did do a little research because I really thought, I thought you were going to want to sing.
I don't want to sing.
The song was written in 1780, so probably a lot of the things used to have a lot more meaning than they do now. I mean, now the gold still has meaning. A lot of it, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We're getting way off topic. But okay, so after that, we are going to add 1 to the current day, which is going to increment our day. And then we're doing a for routine. And this is what we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to do some averaging with. But just to talk this out, we're doing the routine named love, which is right over here. And oops, that's the average routine. We don't even need it. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And our index is days. And then our initial value is the current day. And our terminal value is 0. And then our step size is a -1. So like right now, it's at 11. We'll just slow down and act like it had just gotten here. Then this initially would put 11 into our index. And then it would go over here. And the what am I days, well, right now that would be on the 12th day of Christmas. And this is the love routine, so me. So on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. That was the whole thing of it. But now let's talk through what we can actually do with this. So I'm going to right click controller tags, new tag, and we're going to make one called data. And I'm just going to make this a real, and I'm going to make it a dim 0 of 5. Now, the two ways you can do the dim 0. One, I can simply hit bracket 5 bracket, and that's a dim 0 of 5. But if you're not sure of that nomenclature, hit your dialog box here, which first of all, you could have scrolled up and down. You could have found the real. And down here, the dim 0 of 5. That's going to make an array that is a group of 5 points. Jay Chambers says, count like an Egyptian.
Count like an Egyptian.
There you go. I can get her to sing that. I can't get her to sing 12 Days of Christmas stuff. All right, we're going to create that. And let's go look at what we just created so we make sure we understand. So now we have data type are real, but you notice there's no value here because this is an array. So I hit my arrow and we have 5 real numbers all grouped together called data. And we're just going to start off real basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, well, I feel this is kind of redundant, but let's just go ahead and work that average math out in calculator. So yeah, if we take 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, and then we divide that by 5, we get 3, which also is the middle number. So that's our goal for a start with. It's just going to average these numbers in a couple different ways. And I'm going to kind of go through how I see, I guess, the evolution of people's programming. Because the first thing we learned about it, we end up on the compute math tab, and oops, did I go? Yeah. Why does that not even look there? I was like, whoa, where did it go? Okay.
Done teaching class.
No, but yeah, so people learn about the compute instruction, and that's kind of the first thing they do is this one right here. So let's just go ahead and start with that. Oops, forgot to make the screen big. Go ahead and get that big. And there we go. Now we'll be able to see the whole thing. And let's bring down a new rung, and we're going to bring down a CPT instruction. And for my destination, I'm going to put, well, average CPT, because that'll be the CPT method. And we're going to right click it. And we want this to be a real number, just in case we decide to do some decimals. Well, it won't have any dim zero. It's just going to be a real number. And so then what most people want to do is they want to add their data in, which in this case would not be horrible, but it's still going to be a pain. Because now we need data 0. And then we need to add 1. Actually, I'm just going to do some lazy pasting. And then we would stick 1 here. Oops, no. There you go. I can't even count. 3, 4.
You forgot your 2.
Oh my
You
goodness.
did 1, 3, 4.
Oh my gosh,
It
guys.
must be hard for you to
Man, numbers are some days. Some days it's like, oh man. All right, there we go. So most of the time they figure this piece out, and they can figure this method. Now we don't simply have static numbers. We're actually doing some data logging in this exercise. But they figure out this. And this does get you there. So let's go ahead and finalize it. And there you go. Oh, that did not work. Oh my gosh, Amber, why did I put divided by 2 instead of divided by 5? Man.
Because numbers be hard.
Guys, apparently you really need to be in the chat telling me everything because I'm really struggling. Amber, what's going on in that chat there?
Well,
The red pill in the school of learning. If you pray hard enough, perhaps you can persuade God to do his will. Wow, here we go. Let's attempt to set the genius who created all of us straight and tell him how to do his thing. Oh no, I need it right now.
I'm sorry. Would be ideal. Oh, true. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and get the. I forgot to do the Zoom thing. Because Amber needs the little Zoom thing over here. There we go. Now, oh yeah. Now you can see what's going on in there.
Yeah.
All right, now let's get back over here. Okay, now we do have the 3, and this works okay with 5. But then I asked them, well, what if we need 10 values? I mean, and really quickly they realize, oh my gosh, this is just horrible. Well, we have an average instruction, which is really cool. And no, Amber, I don't even know which tab the average instruction is on. So I'm just going to go ahead and straight out say that. I feel it should be right in here. There it is, average. So let's talk about how we would do it that way. So we can bring down this, and then we can bring down that. Actually, put that underneath it. And in this case, our array again will be data. The dim to vary is going to be 0. Actually, let's do a help on that so we can understand that dimension to vary. And we just hit
All the
F.
help we could get right
Yeah,
now.
apparently we do. But so this is which element you want to do, 0, 1, or 2. And so we only created a dim 0. So that's the one we're actually going to measure. All right, in the destination of this, we are going to put the average, AVE. And then we will control W that. That creates it. And again, it needs to be a real, especially if you're doing anything with any type of average, anything needs to be a decimal.
I didn't know Control W did that.
And that's, and I can't, because even I almost corrected myself as I said it, because I almost never do that on video because you can't see my keyboard.
Right?
Maybe I should be like the gamers do. I should have like the glowing keyboard and have all the stuff going in.
And then they could be mesmerized.
Yeah, and have my headphones on and all
You
that.
like having music in the background.
Yeah, so be talking into the mic and all that stuff.
It's screaming
Probably
like
just
they do.
totally blared. But yeah, so I try not to do that because you can't see my keyboard. But you're right. If let me just we need to do a control here. So I'm going to make this my control AVE, and yeah, and when we right click, we can. Oh, are you serious? Does it not show it? Oh, why is that not showing?
Oh boy.
It is control W. Why is the shortcut not there? Oh, you got me.
Oh.
I know it's. Oh, well, there we go. Apparently it does not always work. We'll have to figure out why. But all right, so our length is going to be 5 on this. Now, honestly, I haven't done the average instruction so long, so hopefully this works. So we should get a value of 3 in here as soon as we finalize this. Man, it's nothing like it working right on a live stream. Woohoo!
Especially when numbers be hard today.
Yeah, apparently so. And yeah, so this, this kind of introduces them to other types of instructions. They figured out the compute because this is where we're going to do a lot of our scaling, things like that. And also they get to the average instruction. And then depending on the group, we'll go on into the 4 instruction. And actually we are partially in the 4 instruction today because again, somebody told me as a rule you should not loop through code. And I'm just like, well, how do you think this stuff actually does the things that it does?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it does loop through code. And so, yeah, the 4 instruction is really good for that. And I use it a lot of times to help them understand how the program actually flows through. So we're going to go ahead and use the 4 instruction and also do it that way. So I'm going to bring another instruction down. And this time we will use the 4 instruction, which is over on the program and then on the program tab. I mean, well, and here's, I'm trying to get better. Oops, it's probably on the 4 break tab. Because honestly, guys, what I usually do, if it's just me, I drag anything down and I type FOR, and that gives it to you. In fact, let me just show you exactly what it did. One, you can just double click the shape and know the drop down. But if you know the 3-digit code, not 3-digit code, 3-digit acronym, then you can do that. But when somebody commented, when I'm doing that, I'm not really good at they're having a hard time finding them up here. Honestly, that's probably why I hardly ever use the categories up here. But all right, so the first thing we're going to need is a routine name. And I wonder if I can right click that. It would be cool. Ooh, I didn't know you could do that. All right, so if you don't know, your routines are right here. And I always tell everybody, if you get lost and you can't find your program, find task, main program, and then you're going to see your main routine. And this was ran by default. And typically you're going to right click here, add new routine. Well, there you go, though. Apparently I can just right click here, new routine. And what are we going to call this? We are going to call this our average because I'm not being apparently creative with words today. And I'm going to leave this one as structured text, just so, because I do think we need to work on getting, kind of used to all the languages. And I think these are good examples to kind of mix things together. And hopefully I can manage to do it right. You never know. Especially today, it's kind of looking like maybe not. But all right, so we're going to have an index, and I'm just going to call this my index average. And I had never noticed that the control W is missing right there.
Oh boy.
Now, if you right click controller tags here, the
It's right
control W
here.
is right here.
But it's not in there.
Yeah, I never noticed that. But yeah, we're going to go new
I wonder if it's only for certain.
data types.
Mm-hmm.
It could be. I don't know, and there's where until all of a sudden that's like, I learned so many things on training weeks, which, yeah, we're just coming off a training week, but I think I might be ready to retire if I ever come into a training week and don't learn something new. I learned so many things from the technicians that come here because you do get a variety of experience, and then they'll ask a question. I like had a guy this week, and it's really been bugging me for a long time. I don't have an answer to is I don't know how the execution of a function block, how does it actually flow through it? Because ladder logic, gosh, y'all have lectured me since that last rung wins so much on that. It is the top rung left to right all the way to the bottom, but no, the last rung doesn't win. and and then structured text is really obvious because it's straight down.
Mm-hmm.
But function block programming is not as clear how it actually flows through it.
We
So
had a big discussion in this class about it.
yeah, and I'm going to experiment with that, and that may happen soon. But all right, so we need an average index. All right, then we have an initial value. Now, in this case, we were counting down from Christmas. So in this case, though, your initial value would typically be something like 0 or the first value of what you want to do. And your terminal value is going to be the last value. And then you're going to have a step size. And really, you could make the step size any number. And if I had it at 0, that means it would run 0. And when it incremented, it would actually run 2 next. And then it would run 4, and then it would terminate. Honestly, anybody know out there when we would actually use a larger than one step size? I can't think of an application example where you would. But all right, that's going to get this for routine running. Now this isn't going to work to start with. I just want because I've already stumbled a little bit. I want to go ahead and I'm going to announce that this will not work exactly. All right, because this I just want to talk through the way that it ends up happening in class. Because they're like, yeah, we need this for routine, and usually it depends. Sometimes we do it in ladder logic, but structured text will be fine. So first we're going to need an average. Let me try to make the names seem semi-similar. So we had average AVG. This is going to be average 4. So we're going to say average. Oh my gosh. This happened the other day.
Your keyboard not be working.
My keyboard quit working the other day, and I wish somebody could tell me because I go here and my keyboard is working fine. And I go here and it doesn't work. And I know, Michael, what have I done? Where is my technical help at? And what did I end up doing? I think there it goes. I closed the routine.
And then you had to reopen it.
And I opened it right back up because at first I was like, do I need to kill Studio? No, it is not working now. What have I done? All right. And now I would love to get this figured out without closing Studio, but we may be at the closing Studio method.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I'll just close all of them.
No.
I gave you a work vacation. Oh, well, you're going to have to work twice as fast when you get back. And
twice as hard.
yeah. And Amber, you're going to have to keep everybody entertained while I close Studio.
My goodness.
Open it back up.
Keep everybody entertained. Well, Red Pill Matrix keeps deleting his messages.
I'm retracting your messages, man. What are you saying in there? Function blocks and AOIs are similar. Yeah, but I don't understand. I gotta admit, it's always a really good question that I don't. Which if I had frickin' Studio open right now, I would show you. But it's always a question of which grid is executed in which order, and I think I have a way to actually figure that out. All typos.
We get that. Words be hard.
Hey, well, when it's live, I can't do anything about it. So you know.
Words are so hard. Words are so hard.
All right, Studio's almost back open.
So I wonder what else Michael's doing today.
Yeah, what you up to, Michael? It was good talking to you yesterday. If you didn't know, we streamed on our third channel, our downtime channel yesterday.
Yes, we have 3 channels if you didn't know.
What should they do, Amber?
They should subscribe. See, words be hard. They should subscribe.
All right, we are back.
Woo!
Let's go back online.
Yes, I can hear the computer. It's thinking very hard.
Yeah, I don't know what is up, but okay. Now we'll go to the average. Oh my gosh.
It's still not working.
Now I got to remember now because it was something crazy I did last time. Oh my God. Hey, Amber. Oh man.
Oh,
Why has nobody thrown this in the chat yet? I would ride the technicians here hard if they did what I just did, but there you go. Now, damn, they know I'm not perfect now. Oh no. Hey, if you want to edit while you're online, you have to start a wrong edit. Now, this is not the problem. I did just have the keyboard lock up the other day. Only in Studio. That's why I made a big assumption and thought that was it. But yeah, if we want to be able to type right here, then yeah, you've got to start a wrong edit right there. And now our keyboard will work also. And so now this is again, if you hadn't noticed, this probably isn't going to work just by the way the day is going. But we're going to call this our average 4, and we will right click that, which a lot of people don't feel you can right click in structured text for some reason. And I don't really know why, but yeah, you can right click it and get options here just the same as anything else. Hey, look, it says Control W there.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I have no clue.
And it's going to be a real, and then we're going to put colon equals. Whoops. And oops, I gotta get all my stuff back open now that I realize what I'm doing. But okay, so our index is index average. So we're going to take average 4, and we are going to call this our data bracket index average close bracket. And then in front of that, we're just going to copy this, Control C, Control V. Okay, so long story short of what we're doing here is we're going to summarize all the numbers. Now, what we're doing is we're going to put a divide after this, just because we can show how the 4 actually loops through and ends up doing the same thing as the average. Now, a couple things about this. Hey, let's go and do it, because, you know, honestly, this is exactly how you would think through it. And so watch what happens to average 4 when we do this. So we're going to finalize that.
Yeah, my computer's working overtime. Your mother says hello.
All right, and then if we go to average 4 and we're going to monitor it, notice it is going way the heck up, like really fast.
Very fast.
Very fast.
Very fast.
Car ran real good.
Real good.
Okay, but and honestly, this is what people usually think. Well, I wanted to summarize those numbers. That should have worked. But every single scan is coming around and it's going to do this again. It's going to do it again. So it's adding, what is it adding, 15? Yeah, 15 every scan. So at the beginning of this, we need to set that value back to 0. So we're going to go to the Move Logical tab, bring a move instruction down, and now we'll put a 0 into the average 4. And now if we look at it, we're sitting right at 15. So we have summarized the exact same as we did. Well, shoot, why'd I close that calculator out? But yeah, Let me just go ahead and do it. That way nobody argues with me. I've had a lot of people argue with me in the last month about some really simple things. So let's make sure we can all add together. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 equals, oops, gosh, it does not. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 equals 15. And so what we have done now is every time it comes down here, first we're going to set that average back to 0. And notice you don't see it. It looks like 15 here. This has all to do with the scan cycle. It's actually only, in fact, you just saw it flash right there. Everybody stare really hard. Never see it. Just went to a 1. But it's only during this one little spot right here that it's actually 0. And then it's going to come here and it's going to go run the average routine, and this is what's keeping track of its position. And so it's going to run from 0 to 4 and of a step size of 1. So it's going to come over here, and initially it's going to have 0 here, and it's going to add data 0. We go look at data 0. Oh, that's right, we closed everything. And then it's going to get a 1 in it. And then it's going to loop right back to here, but this time this will have a 1. And it's going to get data 1, which has a 2 in it. And it's going to add it, and it's going to keep all adding until you have 15. So at that point, we have looped through, and I promise you this average is doing a similar loop. And then we're going to bring down a div instruction to divide it by, see, what is it, 4 average. Actually, yeah, and this really will, I'll probably, no, let's do it this way, because they do it this way and we end up having to have a discussion.
Let us.
Let us. Now, you're going to see this number bouncing all over the place. And it has to, this is actually, maybe here's a really good example of program scan. Now, I get it. We are not got it done. But you're going to see it just flash there. You're going to see it flash here also. Because at this point in the program scan, it will have a value of 3. And then this is going to move it to 0. And at this very point, it will have a value of 0. Now, while it's in this for routine, and yes, it is going to loop through this average code 5 times, this number is going to change all over the place. And then when it exits out the other side, it'll be 3 again. Now, this does cause an issue, because if we were using this, or if we were displaying it on HMI, you'd see this number bouncing around, whereas, these others are solid. So we should fix that. And I like that these are all kind of similar. So we're going to edit this tag, and we're going to just call this average for math. Notice I didn't have to make a rung edit to do that, but now they're all that. And now I'm going to go here, and I'm going to take the 4 back off, and we'll right click it, new. Man, that is interesting though. Why is it when I right click it there? See,
I know, and it,
Control W is missing in ladder now. I swear it used to be there. And well, that's going to be a reel. And then we'll finalize that. And that gets us, so this number right here will not bounce. This number right here, actually, it'll occasionally bounce off of 15 probably. It'll never go to 3. There it goes, went to 0. All right, what all we got going on over here, Amber?
well, go all the way up to Michael's last comment.
Michael, I went to school and then I went home and I'm playing games. So just chilling. Cool. Maybe I'll play some games with you here in a little bit.
I'd like to be just chilling.
You would? It is chilly in here.
Yes, we are having
by our definition, it's cold, Michael.
Oh God.
Yeah, I had to take Wendell to the bus stop and it was 33 degrees.
I'm sure that feels like summer to you right now, Michael. Your mom says hi.
Hi, Mom.
So
have I updated the version 36? No, I haven't. I have version, we actually are still running 32 in the training center. We had an issue with 33 and it is fixed, but it's one of those, I got like 15 trainers that got to update and then make sure it all works. So there hasn't been that like resounding thing that I need in one of the new versions to make it worthwhile. So yeah, I think we have a couple of them are at 35 just so that we can show that they're firmware difference. We actually have version 20 because you need to know how the little bit of video differences. We're on video software differences between RS Logix 5000 and Studio 5000.
You're doing great.
We got some version 30. We actually have some version 13s. We have some version 11s because really you've got to trudge through all of that. So but all right, what are you saying about 36? Version 36 changed naming.
Mm.
Can you send me a link? I don't know anything about that. I guess I don't know if I've actually read the release notes on version 36. Nobody's asked any
What's
questions.
the last comment is from Red Dad. You should scroll through the
Oh, let me scroll down. That way we can see the rest.
release note.
It's finally fixed to fix all the other fixes. Well, that's good. You should scroll through the release notes. Lots of fixes, things that were known abnormalities. One they did not fix was the 753 drives and Ethernet module add-on still can't change Ethernet port when creating a drive assembly.
Interesting.
Yeah, Grace crawled out solely from the evil location Earth on the hill and called it God. Rescue us all. Yeah, we need rescued today, apparently, with my speech. New, all right, you got me. What has changed so much in 36?
Yeah. Send us a link.
I see, version 35. Hold on. Are you talking about they've changed the instruction acronyms?
Hmm.
A GEQ is now G. What? Oh, no, can't deal with that. Are you serious?
Oh my gosh, this changes
Okay,
much.
well, a GE? That sounds like I'd be thinking it's an add-on instruction for a GE processor. An EQ?
Yeah, he says yes.
Why? I mean, the move I kind of get because half the time when I'm telling people to change instruction types, they type the E anyway. They just they really struggle that it's spelled wrong. I get that kind of. I guess it's just going to take some time to get used to. But I'd be curious, like, is it a standard or something? Because
LEQ is LE?
I mean, because like if it was IEC 61131, 611, oh gosh,
Okay.
words are just not going to work today. But it would be the Pac-Man symbols to the left and the right if it was a greater than and less than. It's more symbolic. Oh my gosh. Oh man, hold on now. Now I got to break out the Googler. Let's see. Studio 5000 version 36 release notes. Where is this says 36? This says 35, doesn't it? This 35's release notes. Where's
Yeah.
36?
They're not showing 36. Is this somebody messing with us?
All right, now is this April Fool's or something? I can't even find version 36. What's DF 5000? 1000 Logix Designer. Oh, why is it not going anywhere? There it goes.
Goes
36. It's really weird. I wonder why it didn't show the release notes
maybe because
the
you
other way.
had to sign in. No, it's not showing us.
Why is it not? I can't get to 36's release notes. I can only get to version 35. All right, let's just start at the beginning. Product. Oh, well, product. Compatibility and download. And we should be able to go studio. If I can spell man, guys, it's not a spelling day. Studio 5000, Logix Designer. I don't know. I can't get for some reason I can't get its release notes to come up. Add-ons. Studio 5000.
Versions.
Custom release note. Oh, there we go, the versions.
There it is.
Yeah, but when I click on show release notes, oh,
There they go.
now that was incredibly weird. Damn, I should have had the screen showing for all that. Okay, so
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
now what did you say up here? An LT. Let me just search for LT. Oh, you messing with me? I don't see anything like that in here. Is it really changed that much?
He says, "What's your email?" I said, "Your release notes."
Yeah, got the release note. All right, here we go. Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Mnemonic
Why?
and this instruction update. I get, well, okay, if they're gonna do that, why not in connected components make it where we could see the mnemonics instead of the Pac-Man symbols and everything?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so wow. Well, I guess yeah, let me just pop this over. And yeah, I guess this is the main thing you're talking about. In this version of Logic Designer application, mnemonics for the instructions have been updated to align with IEC 61131-3 and PLC open standards. Mnemonics under specified instructions automatically updated on import to the project. Now, I sure hope that doesn't, I mean, we already struggled a little bit going backwards. I wonder how that's going to work if we go backwards, but all right, mainly, okay. I kind of, I gotta admit that spells out a lot better because I mean, really, I don't even know what FRD and TOD really originally stood for. All right, well, I guess we just got to get used to it, and probably the big ones is going to be the any, yeah, really the compare instructions. Going from the EQU to EQ greater than to, yeah, that's gonna
He said, "I could tell when you saw the change."
oh man, I mean oh, yeah, I mean, it's probably needed. But yeah, that would be my first thing is why, well, in connected, I mean, really, and maybe, hold on, now I gotta open connected up. Hold please. And keep them entertained, Amber.
Entertainment is hard today.
Well, really, because in connected, I mean, well, I mean, I got version 21. I don't know if they're really just, I mean, are they going to change it in it though? Because yeah, anyway it goes, it needs to,
Change full
yeah, I mean,
all over. Yeah.
but it is the Logic's view. So I guess at this point, is that the Logic's view before version 36 or after 36? But I think you can edit it. That's really why I'm opening up connected. I think you can change what they actually say. So let's see. There we go. So we'll just go new. Well, I guess I need to go ahead and download 36. Because yeah, well, and like I just said, I don't usually download one
Mm.
until there's questions or something. But if there's a lot of changes, then yeah, we probably need to look at that.
Look at that. Someone taught us something new today.
Well, that's every day, you know.
Every day is a learning opportunity.
But all right, because actually, no, I shouldn't do this. We need to use the discover button. Let's go file, close. Yeah, not even gonna worry about that. And
When you add a card to the assembly, it opens all the component channels in a spreadsheet style layout.
oh, well, that would be nice. Oh, why are we spinning here? Good grief, we just opened it. It's an empty project.
Must have saw you drink your Coke. PLC programmers are never far from their source of caffeine.
Well, and that is true. I mean, realistically,
Maybe that's what's wrong with me. I'm drinking a seltzer water. Maybe I need to go get
you
my
got caffeine in that thing?
no. Maybe I need a cup of coffee since I only had one this morning.
Yes.
That's why I'm not entertaining. I'm still in the bed.
You are.
Yeah, mentally, my head is still in the bed.
Well, it feels like,
Guys, I'm literally drinking a Coke too.
well, and really it feels like, let's see, let's hope I can guess at this one while we're doing this, because we're gonna hit the discover button. We're gonna go, oh, I gotta go turn the station on. Keep them entertained, Amber.
Keep them. Dad said it's really nice if you need to verify analog channel configurations, can see if you're current or MB without ever expanding the channel.
Yeah, okay. Well, I wish, yeah, and if it didn't take probably forever to download it, I would absolutely do that. All right, this is not realistic yet. We need to get, there we go, getting some red X's through here. So we need to go find, which one, which PLC am I looking for? I am looking for,
Control logics? No.
yeah, probably 44. I think 44 probably has a decent program in for this. Let's see what 44 has in it.
Do, do, do. I heard something click over there.
Safety PLC. Finally came online.
Do, 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 do. I think Jeopardy music should be added on to every download.
You know, the only thing I wish there was a bar, because that's what I tell everybody. You just gotta wait until this bar turns orange. Because even now it feels like it's done, but it's not done until it's orange.
Version 36.
Oh, what's this? Yeah, yeah. Apparently, version 36 has some changes, and yeah, I mean, who knows? I may have to hop back on here later this week. Okay. Oh my goodness, what? Unable to read variable. Oh, that's all right. We can get by that. I just want to come on, open up. That's all right. You can still get there. It'll work. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here's where we do everything we're not supposed to. We're just going to ignore all those errors, and I think it'll still connect. Maybe. Why is my computer like racing so?
I don't know because it's Monday. Mondays are.
It's going to get there.
The computer has a case of the Mondays.
It may. See, I gotta understand it. You guys aren't seeing what I'm seeing, but our screen over here is like 3 minutes behind by now, and
Yeah.
every time it's like load that.
Logic Designer now looks similar to connected components in the view.
Okay, well that is interesting.
That's
All right,
nice,
we'll-
actually.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go ahead and download that this afternoon.
Play around with it.
Yeah, because yeah, I mean I'd heard zilch about.
It's just really nice that they are similar.
Well, and I guess in the end it'll be nice if they have the same instructions. It just man, yeah, my computer. Man, I guess I do have two images open, so
Well, we have 2 images open and 12 days of Christmas and
all types of fun. All right, I wish here's how it's the only thing I wish they had a progress bar because I mean like or even say down there wait until I am orange. But you know, here's one thing. Let's hopefully this has a program we can do it in. Is okay, yeah, because even in here we don't get the LES or the LE. No, it's called an LT now. Gosh, that is going to take some time.
yeah.
But if we switch to the Logix view, you know, and then that takes it to these familiar instructions. But I guess that's not going to be so in 30.
So is GRT still?
No.
What did the GRT end up being?
So now a GRT is going to be a GT.
GT.
And
Oof.
yeah, so that's going to, but I was trying to remember in tools and then options. I believe that all these are actually editable.
Wow.
Where are they? Where would I be if I was a truth table? Oh, somebody throw it in there if they know where it is, because I'm just wandering around lost now. Let's see. Theme. General. Instruction mapping. Oh,
Okay.
you can't change them. I mean, it does give you the cheat sheet right here. I was wondering, because I'd ran across this before, but apparently you can't change them. They're just, here is where you can figure out what they all are. Cool. All right, well, guys, I am gonna have to check out version 36, and
Yeah,
speak
now my
of
brain hurts because now I'm thinking
yeah,
about all the things we've got to think about.
well, well, and even then, I mean, honestly, I will take those few PLCs that are on 35 and take them to 36, just so that we have to work with it. But
Program that's in version 32, and can you, if you have version 36 downloaded and you, yeah, that's where my brain's at.
well, no, actually, my brain went everywhere since probably most of them have already heard it. It's the whole the girlfriend 1.0, wife 2.0 analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's got the. You didn't see it from your viewpoint, but yeah, she kind of got those eyes at that point, like, oh, are you getting ready to say?
I'm sure
But yeah,
Michael's gonna chime in and tell everybody about my eyes.
but yeah, if you go from version 32, yeah, you can take a version 32 processor. I don't think any of the hardware you can't. If somebody can tell me if I'm wrong. And you can change your software and upgrade your firmware to version 36. Now, going from version 36
Back.
is very, very difficult.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like going from girlfriend 1.0 to wife 2.0 is what people say. Yeah, once you really make that upgrade, it's hard to go back.
I'm the only and best version.
Yes, you are. Has anybody got anything else since I already got myself in trouble that they want to talk about? Yeah, I'm gonna download 36, I guess, when we get off of here. But yeah, the main thing was to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and yeah, that was the PLC riddle was the 12 days of Christmas. A little bit about averaging, and as always, I learn something every time I get on here. So my mine has been hurting since version 21. You know, the only thing I'll say is I don't think I think they need a laptop mode because
Mm.
the biggest thing is it is refreshing, and even the technicians they come here, they're in Studio 5000 all week, but at the end of the week they end up in RS 5000 on an older one, and they all say, well, man, it just seems a lot easier, because everything's just a little bit bigger.
Mm.
But I think it's kind of designed for like a 30-inch screen now, and I don't know. I haven't seen anybody but carry a 30-inch screen to work.
We'll need to come up with a love routine for Valentine's Day.
Oh. Well, I had one planned, but oh,
Oh,
now I can't do it.
oh no.
All right. Have a Merry Christmas. Talk to you guys later. Be looking out for the next PLC riddle. And yeah, if you made it this point, you better have hit that subscribe button. Talk to you later.